more people know about you and your business, the more likely you'll make money, which is called conversion. Duh. But you can make multiple six figures without a very big list. I'm talking like 200 to 300 people that know about you. Yes, I'm serious. That's how CSE was built. And if you're wondering who the heck is Kylie and what the heck is CSE, hello, I'm Kylie. I am the lead team coach over here at Creative Successful Entrepreneurs, business coaching for creatives who want to start and grow businesses they love. I'm going to share that training on having a small list and leveraging it from our CSE founder, Melissa McFarlane, and it is perfect for service-based business owners. So coaches, practitioners, teachers, and creatives who have an expertise that they are building a business around teaching and sharing that gift. Now stick with me because in just a second, I'll cut to that training. But before I do, make sure you go to the link in our description and grab our full free training called How to Turn Your Creative Talent into a Reliable 10K Month Income. It builds on what Melissa talks about here, and it's the perfect tool to have in your back pocket and get some profitable momentum going in your business. Now, back to this video. If you have a small list, this is the video for you. You have major possibilities to start making money off of that small list right now. It's just a matter of how you leverage it. As always, I love hearing how Melissa frames this discussion. So enough from me. Let's watch and learn.
All right, folks. So we are going to go ahead and jump in. Hi, Jennifer. So we're going to go ahead and dive into some to today's topic, and this topic. Let me just pull it up here. We're going to be talking about this thing called a list, and I thought I might start today with this topic. I thought I might start today just with a little FYI about when I first heard the word list years ago now, and probably all of you know what a list is, but I was like, what's the list? I don't understand. We need a list. What is that? And where my brain went to was something that I think, unless you're a little bit older in my realm or whatever, may not even really be a thing. Hang on, I just lost my there we go. Damn it. Sorry, folks. I'm hopping around on my computer. No, that's not what I need. There. Hold on. Got it. There was a thing that people would have called the little black book. This is kind of a 60s thing, and so it's really predates me even. But that little black book, right? And the little black book was a list of names that if you were in town or you wanted to have a little fun, or you might have that list of people you might contact, right? Not your big book, but the little black book. These are the special names, the people that are, you might want to go hang out with or hit up when you were in town, right? And so that little black book is where my brain went with the list. And I'm like, why do we need that for business? I'm super confused. I don't get it. Why do we need that? And then I began to learn that this is just, who are the people in your realm that you know? Who are the people that you would work with? We need a lot of people curious in some degree about you. So on our ultimate list here in a business, what we're looking for is all the people that have ever or might that have ever expressed even a tiny bit of interest or know, like, and trust you 100%. So on that spectrum, we're curious at one point or know you a little, and they're like, I kind of like you, those people are on your list. And nowadays in your database, your CRM, your CMS, your customer management software, somewhere, they've opted in for something. They're on your email list, they're in your phone because they were referred by a friend, and whatever, it doesn't matter. And for some of you, you're like, really, that's a thing? People find their lists in their phone? Yes. And frankly, the people in your phone are often the people that my clients totally forget as list building when they're looking at list and how to activate their list, how to go after and put their things, their offers and their businesses in front of the people that are on their list, right? They forget their phone entirely. But the interesting thing is that one of the best places to build your business is from your phone. People who have ever gotten into your phone for any reason, including people that you wouldn't think, like your plumber. I actually happen to have a really great relationship with my plumber because I have an older house. I know this sounds really funny, but I ended up coaching one of his family members when he found out the sixth time he came over to my house. So that sounds crazy. And that family member was a rabid referrer, loved the work I did with her, told all her friends all the time for years. This was years ago, about my business. And I didn't know how to get out there. There wasn't any online marketing that I was doing. I mean, there was an internet, but I didn't know really how to harness it or any of that. So I want you to know that my first $100,000 came from 7 people on my list, 7 people total. And frankly, really about 3. Um, Massive referrers who loved what I did and who would tell their friends. And really, that's the value of a list. We want as many people that might ever have been minorly interested in you or connected to you to be people that we collect in a place on our list in our software. We want to collect them, and then we want to put our offers in front of them. That's why we need a list, right? But there's a huge misconception out there when we're building lists as new business owners that we need to collect a lot of people on that list. And the math that we have in our head is that the more we collect on our list, the better our odds will be for converting a client from that interest, that we'll be able to convert that interest into a sale. But that's not true. Not all lists are the same. They are not all equal. If we have 7 people who know, like, and trust us and think we are awesome, that is a much more powerful list of 7. That's the mighty 7 than the 70 or the 700. At one point, I had 5,700 folks on my list. And I was like, oh, good, I'm halfway to my goal. I want 10,000. And some of you out there might be like, you really need 10,000. You do need 10,000 on your list, frankly, 20,000 on your list. And they need to be relatively like, oh, I like that coach, I think, or that teacher, healer, whatever. I like that person. They are great. Those people all need to have in their mind that you're kind of cool if you're trying to get to 8 figures or 7 figures. But if you're trying to get to your first 100,000, you need 7 people on your list. But those people need to be high quality leads, high quality list sitters. And so we're going to be talking today a little bit about how we do that, how we get the right people on a smallish list under 200 people, and how we nurture that into 200, 400, 600,000. All right. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. And again, back to our promise here at this brand. By the way, it's a beautiful number right now on the clock. That's how we do everything at this brand. In my world, it's 10-10, by the way, in case you're like, that's not an interesting number in your world. In my world, it was 10-10. So in our world here at CSC, we want to make it simple so you can do it and you can understand why you're doing it and you can lean into the principles for years, for decades, and gain benefit. All right. So first of all, what is a list? Just the people that have ever been aware of you that might be developed into a status of know, like, and trust. We need folks who know, like, and trust us to grow our business, because when we know, like, and trust on any level, we are likely to buy. And we will not only buy and buy again, we will not only buy, we'll buy again, and then we will tell our friends. So the theory about list building is false. We do not need a gajillion people on our list in order to get to big money. In order to get over multiple 6 figures to $500,000, we need a few people on our list that are mighty, that are strong. And so I want to shift your focus as you're building your list to cultivating the right leads, the right people on your list who will sit and stay and play with you on that list, rather than amassing a lot of followers or opt-ins for some freebie that you pass out that no one uses and that does not cultivate that know, like, and trust factor. Okay, so Let's go ahead and lean into where that right list begins. How do we start with the right list? And how do we build the right list? And so my little secret to how to build the right list is this. Your list building activities should always start with one person. And so we have different kinds of lists. We have our list of leads, just people who might be interested. We have our list of partners, people who are helping us get to their people, get out into the world. And we may have our list of team members or support, people that are in our inner world that support our growth. We need people on all of those lists: leads, partners, and team. But to build each of those lists, we are always only starting and focusing on the one. As we go out with a freebie to our existing list of leads or to someone else's existing list of leads, our partner's list of leads, as we go out to them, we want to be speaking to the one person on their list or on our list that is going to resonate with what we have. We are wanting to speak to the one person that we can serve in that crosshair of commerce between need and solution, where we can get it exactly right for them. And we want to be always focused, not on all the people that might grab something fast that has a great title that sounds like they should probably get that. We want to be focusing on where are they going to be after they grab it? Are they going to be a person who will open up that freebie, watch that webinar, that training, that video series that we provided to them for free, come to that event and actually not just register and pay the low fee we gave them, but actually walk through the virtual or real doors and sit their butt down in a seat and learn? So as we're list building, we are speaking to that one person for their end value. We are speaking to that list building, anytime we're in front of a new group of people that could jump onto our list through an opt-in, through this sounds crazy, but hey, give me your number at a party. Yeah, let's connect. I'll send you my calendar link right now on my phone. I'll just text you my so we don't have to try to get to know each other in this party, and we can go back to gossiping. Cheerful, positive gossiping, right? Let's do that. Let's gossip and have a drink now, but let me get your number and put it on my phone. I have built the first multiple six figures off of that kind of interaction. But here's the thing. It wasn't that moment of grabbing their name that made the difference. No, it wasn't that I got them on my list. It's what I said to them before they and I agreed to get their information into my world. How I spoke to them, what I told them I was and did, and what kinds of results I look for my clients, how they heard that in the drink line at the bar or the water cooler line at the conference, how they heard that, what I said in that moment allowed them to be cultivated into not only someone who is now in my phone, but someone who is going to actually click on that calendar link I send them and get on my calendar. So list building is intentional. The more intentional you are about who you ultimately want to work with, where they are, and how you need to talk to them, the better your list building will go, because your list will be a juicy, small but mighty list until it is a massive and mighty list. When you see an 8-figure coach or business owner out there, 8 figures is billions, or a 7-figure coach or business owner out there, and you think, I wonder how they got there, every time their marketing on some level addressed that lead right where that lead lived, in the crosshair of their need and the solution they're hungry for, that marketing spoke straight to them. And they got good, these business owners got good at that, and you will be able to get good at that. As you get good at how you speak to your list will grow with mighty leads. They will tell their friends. They will share what you are offering to them out to people that they know already are really curated and calculating to get benefit from what you do. So, what is a list? People that are interested have ever had any interest and are really honest interest. They have the problem you can solve and they want the solution you can give. That's what your list is. Second, we need one because we can't grow with the same people all the time, though we can grow long and far with a small list for a long time. Again, multiple six figures from 7 people in my world, right? Not all lists are created equal. We want to start and always have intention around creating and cultivating the right fit client at the beginning. And we want to be speaking to the one person with our marketing. We need 3 kinds of lists: partners, leads, and team. So as we learn this next piece about how we're going to actually go out and attract these leads, you're going to want to be thinking in each category. And in a minute, I'm going to ask you to put into to chat here in the comment thread. I'll just want to know who is the person you know already is a great lead for you, someone who is already experiencing great work with you and would probably tell their friends, or is just on the brink and has already peeked into your world 16 times in the free places that you've given. Who is that lead that you might want to spend a little more time to cultivate, to nurture, to go and have a direct engagement with, right? Who is that? Who are the leads that are hot for you? And same thing, who are the partners that already know, like, and trust you, who would rapidly share out in the world for you? You know, maybe that word is not the best, but happily and actively share about what you do and help you by saying their own words that will convert interest into a sale for you. Who are those people? Who are those partners? So think about this. Who are the leads you already have? Who are the partners that you already have in your world? And then who are the team members that can help you get the word out, right? Who will be there to support you? What is the team you need? Do you know